Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about Google Analytics. We have an important date coming up for those of us that use Google Analytics, and that date is July 1st. At that time, Google is going to sunset the old Universal Analytics technology and just roll with the new GA4 technology going forward. So again, that's July 1st we have to get our stuff converted over. Now, Google has been automatically migrating the old analytics over to the new GA4 automatically for folks, but you don't want to go with what they've done for you in almost every case. You want to create a new GA4 property no matter what. So whether they've converted you or whether you have yet to create your Google Analytics, we're going to create a new GA4 setup for everybody right now in this video. Again, that date is July 1st, so that's when we want to get rolling. We're going to set everything up top to bottom, show that it's working. I'm going to show you my preferred way to load it with performance optimization in mind. So I'm going to show you that. And I'm going to show you how to do it with also with SEOPress, which is the second option for you. So I'm going to show you both of those. Okay, we're going to be working from a guide that I've updated to get ready for this. And to find that guide, go to the MyListing Club website, mylisting.club. We're going to go up under menu here and resources. And we're just going to go ahead and type in Google and see what comes up here. If you want to sort further by guides, you can. But as I see here, Google Analytics Management. This is the guide we want to work from. I'm going to drag this over to my other screen so we can work from it. Google Analytics is a free service. If you're not already aware of it, it's a free service from Google. So there is that. Good news. I recommend having Google Analytics set up, worst case, the day of launch, but it's better just to set it up before you launch. You want to have this tracking in place, these tags in place to track the user, customer journeys, so you know what it is that people are doing on your site, and so on and so forth. What else can I tell you before we jump in? I think that's good. We'll go ahead and just get into this. So the first thing up, we need to set up Google Analytics itself, get the account set up and the property and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to jump over here into my Google Analytics account. This is going to be, I'm going to be setting up an actual business of mine from scratch here. I had yet to do Google Analytics for this particular site because it's not really doing a whole lot right now. So yeah, we'll get to see this set up on a real life situation. Okay, so we're going to click Start Measuring here. First of all, you're going to get a link in the guide. You can just Google Analytics, go to the Analytics website, and that'll bring you here and sign in with the account that you want to use. Okay, so I'm going to click Start Measuring here. I'm going to put in my business name. I'm just going to put OBN for short. This is the Online Business Network if you have any interest. It's mostly just a Facebook group right now, but I'm going to put OBN in there. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to roll with the default settings down here. You should always read these and see how they apply to your business. See if you want to use them. I'm going to go ahead and click Next here. Proper name is going to be my business name, and I'm going to append GA4 at the end of it. I'm going to make sure my time zone is correct here. Looks good. My currency is correct. And I'm going to click Next. I'm going to choose my business category. I'm just going to choose business. And I'm going to choose that I am a small business and click Next. I'm going to choose Get Baseline Reports here. This is going to give me all of the reports. And that way I can evaluate and see everything that's available to me. And then if there's reports that I'm seeing aren't useful to my particular business or whatever, I can then be more selective and limit the amount of noise that I'm seeing in my dashboard. Okay, but to start, we're going to collect everything as far as reports. Okay, we're going to click Create there. We're going to accept the terms. We need to choose a platform. This is going to be on our website, obviously, so we're going to click Web. And then here we're going to put in our URL, the Online Business Network.com. Stream name is going to be that business name again with GA4 at the end of it. Okay, and then we're gonna just go with everything else that's provided here and click Create Stream. You get two screens that slide in here. Now, they're going to give you some recommendations because they're going to scan your site. They're going to know it's WordPress. And they're going to suggest some plugins, most likely. Here, they've suggested Monster Insights and SiteKit. If you use either of these plugins already, go ahead and select one, follow the instructions for installing it, but don't just install these plugins for the purposes of Google Analytics. If you've already got some other plugin that you can add GA4 to or your analytics to. I'm going to show you two in this video. One is my absolute #1 preference of how you do this. Okay, so I'm going to click on install manually because I just want to get my script. So from here, depending on how you do this, how I'm going to recommend you do this, you don't actually need to copy and paste the script anywhere, but I just wanted to show you the code. So you see this G- whatever's in there, that's your GA4 code. That's what we're going to need. But you can also, if you're going to go a different route, which I'm just going to tell you right now, it's Perfmatters. If you're not using Perfmatters, you have no intention of using Perfmatters, which I think you're crazy if you don't, but that's just me. Then you're probably going to need to copy this script and place it somewhere. Okay, more than likely you will. But if you're using Perfmatters, you just close this window down, copy your. You could have copied your GA4 ID from that other screen like I showed you, or you can copy it here. So we've got that in there. Next, we're going to jump over to our WordPress website. We're going to go to Settings, Perfmatters. This is just a clean Perfmatters install. I have not done anything to this yet. We're going to go to what you would have to do normally if before they rolled out. I forget, it was a while ago, but they did like this local analytics, which is what gives us our optimization. So they're allowing you to host things locally with Perfmatters to, for the performance and stuff. You had to add your code here, drop it in, the header code area, and save changes. And that's the slower performance way of doing things. But now with Perfmatters is, local analytics, you can just go over here to analytics. You can toggle local analytics on, just drop in your ID there. We're going to place the tracking code position in the footer. You're going to hear a lot of recommendations about placing it in the header, or you're going to have issues, but that is not really the case anymore. On very, very, very rare occasions, you might have an issue with a tag firing if someone abandons a page or something, but placing it in the footer really gives you that optimization. Rather than loading it on the head of every page of your website. So drop it down in the footer. There's an added benefit also where you can delay JavaScript, which is, this is a script, so it's JavaScript. So you can even use the delay JavaScript feature of Perfmatters to delay things even more. You couldn't do that before if you just dropped in the code in the head section, okay? Script type here, I'm gonna go with minimal v4. A lot of times when people drop in a script from Google Analytics, it captures everything. But majority of the time with my clients anyway, and myself, I find that data that it collects is just too much. Like you can't do anything with a lot of it. It's just too much data. It's too much noise. Minimal captures like that, really vital stuff that you really can use day one and really wrap your head around on what it's collecting, the page views and things like that. So minimal v4 is what I would start with. It's a very small script file compared to, I think it's like 1.6 kilobytes or 1.5 or maybe 1.4 compared to the full-blown script types here. So these other ones like GTag, JS, v4, some of these are like in the 50 kilobyte range, which may not seem like much, but when it loads on every page, it adds up, right? We don't want to track our admins. We don't want the admin activity polluting our stats. So we want to leave that turned off. Okay, so we're going to save changes here. That's it. Just that easily, we've implemented it on the WordPress side. Okay, let's go back to our Google Analytics, and we're going to go ahead and just close down this web stream page here. We're going to click next here on this box. And we're going to click continue to home. So data collection is pending. On this one, I'm just going to Again, up to you, up to your business, your preferences. I'm just going to uncheck all of these and save. I don't want any of this stuff because I've got other Google Analytics accounts that it's going to tell me this stuff. So I don't want to just keep getting these repeat emails. Okay, so I'm going to uncheck that. Okay, let's refresh this screen just to see if we have any change in our collection. I doubt we will. So here we go. No data received from your website. All this means is that since you've implemented Google Analytics, nobody has visited your website. Okay. So what I'm going to do over on my other screen here is I'm going to visit this website, the onlinebusinessnetwork.com. Okay, so I'm on my site. I'm going to refresh it a couple of times. Okay, I've done that. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this Google Analytics screen here. There we go. Your data collection is active, and we see that there's one user here. You can click on this view real-time button right here if you want to see what's actually going on. You can see my location here and see the page that I'm on, which is the home page. Cool. All right, so that's it. We've done that. Let me circle back here to my guide, and we'll see if we need to cover anything else before we wrap this up. We've gone through that. We've gone through that. Yes, there was total brain fart there. I wanted to run you through. And once you're in the guide, or maybe you already know this, but there's a really good discount for Perfmatters and also SEOPress, which I'm going to show you right now. I also wanted to show you how to add the script to SEOPress. Okay, so for that, we're going to go to SEO. And we're going to go to analytics. We want to toggle analytics on here. We want to check this box, enable Google Analytics tracking. We've already got our ID. I'm trying to think what's the fastest way I can grab it. Maybe it's already in my, cool, it's already in my clipboard. So you're going to just drop in that GA4 tracking there. Sorry, got it in the wrong one. This one right here. I imagine that SEOPress will drop this box here in one of the upcoming SEOPress updates. Okay, that's really it. Some of this other stuff is outside of the bounds of what we're talking about here, but that's really all there is to it. Check that box, put in your GA4 there, and you'll see some other settings here like enable IP, like anonymize the IP address. With GA4, that's already a thing. It's built in automatically, whereas the old version of Analytics didn't have that. It's like a privacy thing, but GA4 has taken strides to make with privacy, to help with privacy. So some of these settings in here aren't even relevant anymore. So we'll see how SEOPress drops those off. Okay, that's it. And then you would just save your changes and you'd be good to go. The downside to using SEOPress or any other non-performance optimization plugin to add this script in is telling it where it can load. So SEOPress is going to load this where Google tells it to, in the head. Okay. Another option would be WP CodeBox. I haven't gone that far yet, but with WP CodeBox, you could certainly load this in the footer. I'm 99.9% sure. I think I actually saw someone do that. So if you don't have Perfmatters and you want to load this optimally, that's a way that you can do it. I'm not familiar with the Google Site plugin, and I don't use the Monster and Sites plugin because it's kind of a bloated piece of software. But maybe one of those two also loads it optimally. You just have to look at that. But again, just please do not install those plugins just to do it for this purpose. Especially if you have SEOPress or Perfmatters or WP CodeBox, try to use one of those instead, or another plugin you have that allows the codes to go in. Yeah, just don't install plugins just because they put it in front of your face on that screen in Google Analytics. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you found this useful. I think I've covered everything in the guide. We verified the tracking. If you're following that link, I've got a link to further optimize MyListing websites. I show you how to grant team access to your Google Analytics, or walk you through it with simple steps. And then there's a link to Google Tag Manager, which I'm probably going to do a video for Google Tag Manager here soon, if that's needed for updating. I still have to look at that guide as well, see if anything has changed dramatically. All right, guys, hope you found this video useful, and please click subscribe so you know when the next video comes out. It means a lot. Catch you on the next one.